Hello, Libra. It is time for your month ahead reading for January 2025. Let's make sure I get that right year in there. We're going to start off as usual with an oracle card to see what your primary theme or energy is for the month of January. And you have acceleration. Acceleration. Things starting to really take off. Things are starting to get into motion. It feels like you've been waiting forever for this to happen. Maybe a little bit of impatience there, but now things are really going to start moving and moving quickly. So be ready. Make sure you're prepared. Double check everything if you happen to catch this before January starts. There's a sense here that you know what's happening or will happen, could happen. There's a sense of anticipation there, but you need to make sure you're ready because, again, once the ball starts rolling, it's going to be going downhill really, really quick. In other words, or moving forward really, really quick. Not as downhill in a negative way, okay? Just for acceleration purposes. All right, let's see what your tarot cards have to say. We have the Five of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Swords, Three of Swords, and the Two of Swords. That's a lot of swords. That's a lot of words and communication. I mean, swords are an air element. You're an air element, and that's a lot. I mean, we have four of them in one reading for a month. So the key factor in all of this acceleration is making sure everybody's on the same page, making sure you're communicating, making sure you're letting people know what your needs are, giving directions, providing guidance, or maybe even seeking guidance if you need it. And also, in a way, trusting your intuition because you're going to be inspired and you might want to change things up partway through. Keep that in mind. Plan for that. Make a plan now for if you want to shift gears slightly as you're moving forward here, as things start going. There is going to be some disappointment in here. Things not going to go exactly as anticipated. But this is something you've been anticipating, and this is meant to happen this way to clear obstacles out of your path. So let's get into the cards. We're starting off right here with the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords is, fives in general can be about conflict or challenges. And there's a sense there here where maybe this is like an open argument or an open disagreement, something that comes up again and again and again and again and again and never gets resolved. It's a circular argument. You may need to just choose to disagree and stop bringing it up yourself and stop participating in that conversation because you know it isn't going to go anywhere. You have your stance and what you believe. The other side has their stance and what they believe. You each have your own version of events or things that unfolded, and without a third party or someone else to break that tie or bring forward a third point of view that may sway one side or the other, you guys are just not going to agree, and this is always going to be a point of tension between you. You also want to be careful here of not winning the argument at all costs because there's still some value that this other side brings. So you don't want to just cut off communication. So you're going to need to be smart here and just be willing to agree to disagree. Just say, you know what, I love you, but we're never going to agree on this, and I'm done talking about it. It's kind of that kind of energy. And then we have the Page of Wands. We have a little bit of fire here in the middle of all these swords. Fire, wands, passion, creativity. A desire to do something new, try something new, go in a different direction almost, something you have not done before. There's a young energy to this or fresh energy. So again, that newness is there. Still with that sense of anticipation as part of this whole thing though. So maybe there may be an aspect of this thing that you've been looking forward to, that when things start taking off, there's going to be some new things, some unexpected things that come up, but they get you excited. You're excited about them. You want to dive in deeper to them. And that comes up to the Ace of Swords, which again is fresh, new energy, inspiration, new ideas, things you probably would not have things that you probably would not have, I can say this, I can. Things that probably wouldn't have occurred to you before because you weren't in the midst of it. You weren't experiencing it yet. So you didn't know what the potential might be. And now you have an idea, right? Things are getting moving. You have some ideas on how you might change things up. Maybe tweak some things to improve some processes, to provide a better outcome. So pay attention to those as they come up and be willing to make some changes for the better. But again, you're going to have to act quickly. And then we have the Three of Swords here. This is a tough card. This is a card indicating some heartbreak, anger, frustration, disappointment. There is a sense here of trying to hold on too hard to a certain belief or idea. You're trying to get a certain specific outcome maybe, and now you're seeing that that's not going to happen because everybody has to be on the same page. And because this is also involving the heart in some way, our emotions in some way, it could be that you were enthralled with the idea and the potential of something, but the reality was that the emotions to back that up were not there on both sides. You guys maybe were more infatuated with the potential or the idea of what was going on and less infatuated with each other within that idea. So this is something that could still come to fruition for you with someone else in the future. Right now, this was not where your focus is supposed to be. Your focus is supposed to be on whatever this primary goal you have was. This does feel like a separate thing. This just may derail you for a little bit, but it's not going to stop things from moving forward. Yeah. So you need to stop holding on. You need to be willing to let that go. Feel the emotions. Acknowledge the emotions. Yell into your pillow. Go for a hard run. Do something. Move your body in some way that helps you release some of that energy so it doesn't block you in any way. Let yourself process this. But also, at a certain point, you're going to recognize that this is probably for the better. Not just for you, but for everybody involved. And now it also gives you the time or additional time to focus on this goal, this accelerating goal that you've had that's now in motion. And then you're going to reach a decision point with this Two of Swords. And you're not going to know, again, which way to go. There isn't going to be a clear-cut choice here. You can't see what the potential outcome is going to be of either decision. You don't know the full direction that things are going to go, so you can't plan fully for it. You don't know what costs might be involved and things like that. You have to make this decision based on your own intuition, on how you feel about the options that you have. How do you feel about them? How does each one make you feel? Is your body leaning in to one more than the other? Pay attention. Even to things like a commercial comes on and it says a certain word and it makes you think of the one outcome. Pay attention to that. That may be a guide for you or a push for you to choose that option if it feels right, if that's what it feels like for you. But you need to trust yourself here. Have faith that this is the decision you do make is going to be the right one for you, because it will be. All right, that is what I have for you, Libra, for your January reading. Please hit that like button. Please share this with others. Please comment below for the YouTube algorithm. And please subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.